You ready, Jake?
You know how I want to be introduced, bro.
He don't, man. See, he be acting like he don't like being the dough man.
He created it, bro, but it's starting to catch on now.
Yeah, because he'll come in, he'll be like, bro, somebody just called me the dough man, bro. Be like, you like that, bro. And then he'll come on here, he's like, you know how I want to be introduced.
Yeah. Not a girl called me the dough man a few weeks ago, bro. That was too far. No, that's too far. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah,
that's hilarious.
That just means they tapped in.
Yeah,
they tapped in.
True that.
But yeah, this is the littest podcast in the world, the How You What podcast. Let me start that over. Sometimes, hold on, it's been a long day. How You What, gang? It's Dino, and welcome to the littest podcast in the world. Always hosted by yours truly, is Dino. We got the big dough man in the building, and we got big Zion in the building. Zion, how you what, gang?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling.
Good.
Like I said, it's been a long day, bro.
Yeah.
But it's good to have a long day.
Yeah, long days are good. You know what I mean? You get being productive normally.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Most definitely.
Man, how you doing, Jake? I feel like we never ask Jake how he's doing, bro.
I'm doing good, bro. It's been a long few weeks, bro, but I'm doing good. Been working a lot. Yeah, man. I'm doing good, though. You know, as good as you can be doing.
I feel like we need an update on the store, but I feel like the conversation is going to kind of trickle into that. So let's get into a little convo today. Like I mentioned earlier before the cameras was on, I get to wild out when artists and non-corporate people are here because I love the corporate world, but I'm a little, you feel me? I still got a couple years before I get there. I got a little more maturing to do. But Jake is mature way beyond his years, and he loves the corporate world, and he understands it better than anybody that I know. So that's why I wanted to bring you on and kind of have a conversation with my dog and the people that are more on the corporate side.
For sure.
So let's get into what you do a little bit.
Yeah, so I do a lot during the day. I'm an automations engineer.
Okay.
So I enjoy doing that. And then in the evening, I have a bunch of arms that I kind of do. So I co-founder and CEO of Prime Connects, a nonprofit here in the city. I also have a growth and strategy consultancy as well. So it's kind of the two main focuses that I'm on right now.
So as far as the you said growth and strategy consultant,
for sure.
Is that for like personal brands or like companies? What is that like?
Yeah, so it's all encapsulating. I really haven't niched down too much. I just kind of kicked it off now.
Okay.
I was part of a marketing agency, but I wanted to kind of go more on the strategy side. So it was better for me to kind of split off and do my own thing at the time. But yeah, it's for personal brands, heavy on businesses as well, because I deal with more economics and looking at the data of businesses. So it just makes sense for that to be the main piece, but also do personal branding.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
that's what's
sure.
up.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
That's super fire, bro. Tell us a little bit about Prime Connects. I stalked the page a little bit. So you're a co-founder.
Yep.
That was one of the questions I had. How many partners do you have? 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, so it's a team of, man, I think 6 of us. I haven't actually counted, but then we also have a board as well. So it's about 10 to 12 of us all together, I think. Yeah, so we started like this whole thing. It was super random in like 2023. The co-founder sat next to me at a bar randomly while I was writing this book. And he was just like started asking me questions. He was a former entrepreneur as well. And we both kind of started talking about like, and I'm sure you know, like the loneliness, like the trying to figure stuff out. And in India is kind of tough because like nobody's really there to like support you and like give you that information unless you're like in the know-how, you know what I mean? And it's super hard to connect.
Right.
So we came up with the idea of like creating something where entrepreneurs could just like get together. That was like the fundamental concept. We didn't even know at this time that we was gonna be like a nonprofit. But we felt like that we wanted to give back rather than like it being the profit being like the center point, because I feel like a lot of people start something brand new and like the profit's the only piece and they wean out real quick. You know what I'm saying? So if it was something bigger than us, then we felt like we would have a little bit more longevity and grit to it. So yeah, we did our first event early, I think of 2024. I think that's right, 2024. And just been kicking off ever since. We got some youth programs and all that. So
nice, bro.
Yeah,
that's super fire. I just now started learning about nonprofit. I'm only 21. So I was in a meeting for a leadership academy. It's called the Montgomery County Leadership Academy.
Yeah.
And we're talking about revamping the program and stuff like that because the program was dying down. And we were talking about like different things that we think it's important to teach in like a leadership program. Sure. And one thing I brought up was a nonprofit because I had got invited a few months ago to sit in on a board meeting for Visit Montgomery County, which is like the Visitors Bureau for Montgomery County, because they wanted me to join the board. And me coming as a fresh 21-year-old, it's like, I don't even know like anything about a nonprofit. I don't know how they work. I don't know the politics of it. I don't know how a board works. So I'm slowly starting to figure out like sitting in those meetings and stuff like that, like how it all works.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. It's crazy. Like you gotta have a board to get like that 501c3 like status. But it's beneficial. It's really just like your tax code. That's really what it's just like any other business. Like it's profit, loss, income, outcome. And you got to be like, you can't make profit from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you guys like, I don't know if this is personal or not. Do you guys like pay yourselves though, like through a nonprofit?
So
or
our whole team right now, we all are volunteer based.
That's fire.
So, but eventually, like we'll get there. You know what I mean? But it's just building the brand, building the recognition, building the program, and then getting the funding so that we can kind of do it full time.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's super fire, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool.
So,
I'm actually a board member too.
Really?
Yeah. Care for Creatives. Okay. We're pretty new. We just had our first show on First Friday.
Okay.
So that was something that I was interested in too.
Yeah,
I wanted to hear someone who's been in the game a little bit. I wanted to hear you speak. But I feel like just listening to y'all talk would give me everything I need to know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but being on the board of any organization, I think is like important, especially if you're trying to like really have like your hand in the game of like changing stuff in your community. Mm-hmm. Just because like you can have like ideas and formulate those ideas and execute on those ideas with a team of people that like are already solidified. You feel me?
Yeah.
And like you learn so much. Like you get those. Being on the board is also like a connection game as well. Like you obviously get to be connected with these different people. So, but yeah, so it's good. Like definitely, if I could give any advice, definitely join the board if y'all can. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
I've seen that in Crawfordsville. My biggest thing was for saying yes to join that board. I'm not officially on the board till January.
Yeah.
So next month, but I've sat in a few meetings and it's like, Visit Montgomery County is like trying to bring more people into the county, and the more people that come into Montgomery County and Crawfordsville, the better my business is going to do.
Yeah,
but then I'm also sitting at a table with like other small business owners and the girl that does the social media for the mayor and stuff like that, and it just has opened up like a lot of other opportunities for me.
For sure. You got their contact, you know who to talk to when something needs to get done.
Exactly.
That's like super important.
For sure. Most definitely, bro. I think it's cool that you guys decided to go the nonprofit route because you could have easily been like, how can we make as much money as possible? But starting this route, you're right, the longevity is going to be crazy because you're showing like we care about this, bro. That's fire, bro.
Sure. And people get behind you easier. Like when they know that you like, oh, you just trying to run a profit, people ain't like as willing to like jump in the boat with you. You know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, all right, cool, let's make some money. Sometimes like, oh man, how would this pan out? You know, I gotta learn what the business is. It's a lot of other elements that come into play. But when people find a purpose behind what you're doing and they like, yo, I see what y'all doing. I actively am watching y'all do this and I want to be a part of that. People get like super tied to it and like you get some heavy hitters. Like our board is like a dope board. Like,
for real?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a dope board. Y'all could look it up on our socials, but our board is dope. Like we got an international like nonprofit consultant on our board. I'm not gonna tell all that information, but she's dope. Yeah, she's
that's
dope.
Fire.
Yeah, Rochelle Jerry, look her up for sure.
Cool, bro. Cool, super cool.
There is I want to have a couple more of y'all on here too,
Yeah.
because like when I met everyone at the show, it was just such, I don't know, the vibe was amazing. Like, I don't know if you saw it, but we had Rain on here, we had Desire on here, and that's because of the show y'all put on.
Yeah, thank you.
Y'all had my boy Ty in it, so I was there. It's crazy how everything just
you know,
fell into
Desire,
place.
man, he's been with us since like the inception of like that event. That specific event was like a wild idea that we had because we got to believe, and we talking about Artists in August too, right?
Yep.
So like Artists in August was an idea that was birthed from like me and the co-founder. We both love music and art as well. And as business owners, like you can see it now. Everybody's pushing like that art piece of business. You see Briar Ripple's like, okay, how can we get more art in here? And you got to wonder why, right? So like, I go by the saying of like art is a mirror of society, right? So like when you look at how society is doing, you could tell by the art. And I feel like if you're doing business in any community, you have to respect what the culture is saying. And I think the way that you do that is by respecting the arts as well. But we came up with the idea of Artists in August, just to like pay our homage to like the culture in indie. And it kind of just like exposed, like we honestly was not expecting it to go crazy like it did, you know, because our first event, I think we had like the first Artist in August we had was like maybe 70 people, right? And then like the next year we had it at the Arts Garden. I think it was like 200 people. And we was like, yo, okay, cool, we doubling. And we were like, how do you up the Arts Garden? So we were like, yo, we got to go to Bicentennial, you know what I mean? And or right outside of Cambridge, and that was just crazy. I didn't even know how we were gonna pull it off, but I remember us all sitting down like, man, that should be the next one, you know. And sure enough, he was there. So it was a dope event.
How many people came to that one?
I think it was 543. Yeah.
Nice.
So it was fat, bro.
Yeah,
especially when it got dark out. Oh my god. I feel like I went up, and then y'all had the artist pictures on the little globe thing. And then y'all. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all used my pictures and didn't tag me. I was kind of. There was the Ty one like that. There was a couple in there. Rain was on stage. I did that. The Ty one. I'm pretty sure there's one elite.
Was it in the story?
No, it was a post.
Oh, okay, we gotta fix that, bro. We gotta pay homage. My bad, brother.
But it's cool. It's cool because they saw my work, so I wasn't too mad about it.
Yeah,
and I know we'll
make sure that we fix that, man. My bad.
No, that's all good.
I don't look at everything that get posted. I'm so busy, but we'll make sure that we fix that, bro. That's my word.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure.
But one thing I did want to get into, since we're all going to be board members of a nonprofit, I wanted to ask your guys' why.
Yeah, so the why, really, we have the vision to turn Indianapolis to like a world-class business city, right? That's like our mission. That's what we want to accomplish. And we believe that we do that by creating events and programs for entrepreneurs, civic leaders, and artists to come together, create that culture of collaboration. So when you think about Indy, we want you to think like the Dubai business, right? So we got cutting edge technology. We pushing the envelope on what's possible in business, and everybody want to come here to create a business because it has that community. It has the possibility to reach everybody as well. So we do that by creating events, obviously like Artists in August, now I'm slipping the name of the next one that we're doing. Courtside Connects, different stuff like that, right? And we take the funds from those programs, from those events, and then we create youth programs to raise up the next generation of entrepreneurs, like giving them information that you don't get in school, right? And then letting them practice that in real time, man. Yeah. So that's kind of like our why. Yeah.
I feel that.
That's fire, bro.
Thank you, bro.
You gotta hit me up, bro. I'm trying to come talk to some kids or something,
Yeah,
bro.
for sure. I mean, our program, we got Next Leaders, and that program's super dope. It's like a 6-week program. We partner with the Boys and Girls Club on it, and we teach them about leadership, communication, teamwork, personal and business finance, marketing, sales, AI, and the personal and business etiquette as well. So we teach the kids how to tie ties and how to like properly eat, like at a nice dinner and stuff like that.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
That's fire. I've got a little experience. Let me think. Probably end of 2023, maybe end of 2024. I forget. I spoke to like 6th, 9th grade classes. So it was like 45 minutes each class about like entrepreneurship, like leadership, stuff like that. So
sure.
I love doing stuff like that. Holler at me, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man. We always looking for people to come up too, like, and speak, because like, you know, the kids know us. And they get excited when we come in the room. You know, they're about to learn something. But it's always good to show them multiple faces in the community too. So
For sure.
It's like mad important.
That's what's up, bro. Cool.
So
How many kids do you have, like, on average for each of those programs?
yeah, so it's about 30 to 40 students per cohort.
And then how much do you charge, like, for a kid? Do you guys charge per kid?
Free. No, it's completely free. Yeah,
Okay.
completely free. Yeah, we giving this information so that Indy could turn into something, not to make a profit off of it. You know what I'm saying? So obviously businesses that want to sponsor and stuff like that. So if y'all do want to sponsor, feel free. Or people that want to donate, you know, they can do that. But we do it to create impact instead of like turn a profit.
I love that, bro.
So yeah,
I love that.
it's important.
So how do you choose where you're going or how you hold these classes?
Yeah, so like I said, we had a partnership with the Boys and Girls Club. We did an event, Courtside Connects. Was it last year? Maybe it was last year, where we donated $1,000 of sporting equipment to them, and that kind of like got us in the door to like talk to the CEO. You know what I mean? About running this program. So it was just a place where we know the kids were centralized, and a lot of those kids are not in the best position all the time. So how do you take like skill sets that they haven't really been identified or they haven't identified and offer that to those kids so they can have a different perspective rather than just being, oh, school is my only way, or like basketball or football is my only way. They see, you know, a VP of Fifth Third on the healthcare sector come in and speak to them about stocks, and they do a stock simulator, or they see me, somebody that's in business and engineer and entrepreneur, and they learn different skills to communicate and lead, and you know, it kind of changes their perspective. I think the kids like really decide what they want to do based on exposure. So even if we ask anybody what they want to do, like as a kid, it would be something that they seen, and a lot of time, like those kids specifically only see a small list of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of how we picked, because it just made sense. Like it was in line. The partnership made sense.
I figure that's what's up, dog. So what else do we got coming up? I know we had artists in August,
Yeah.
Courtside Connects. What other kind of events or what's lined up?
Yeah, for sure.
Connects?
So 26, and we actually like packed.
Really?
So yeah, we're implementing workshops this year. Everybody in my organization, like they specialize in something different. So yeah, we kicking at workshops. We got Courtside Connects coming up. We're doing a partnership in June. I'll tell you about once, you know, we're allowed to talk about it.
Okay,
Of course, we're doing artists in August again.
Fire.
And then we got some Friendsgivings and some other pop-out events that we'll be doing as well. So,
Cool. Well,
yeah.
you know, you might need a camera or two
Hey,
out
look,
there. So.
look, you know, we already work. We owe you anyway. So, yeah, no, we gonna definitely get you out there for sure.
Yeah, definitely
August.
dope. Well, the one event I've been to, definitely dope events and definitely genuine people. So definitely, if you are in Indy, pop out to the Prime Connect shows, pop out to the Care for Creative shows, and definitely for my people in Montgomery County. I know there's a couple y'all watching. I be seeing who follow, and I all see them follow Jake Sumsky. So make sure y'all pop out to everything we got going in Montgomery County as well. So
For sure.
get outside, folks. We got some events.
Get outside, man. Not in this weather, though.
Oh,
We're just
no,
talking
not
about,
right
man.
now.
It's cold out. Cold
Way too
weekend.
cold, man. It's way too cold. Staying in the house.
Yeah. So, 2023 is when you founded Prime Connects.
Yep, yeah, for sure.
What was before that? Did you have any businesses before? Well, how old are you?
I'm 32.
32. Gotcha. So you were what? Math.
Like 29.
You were like 29, 30?
yeah.
Okay, gotcha. What was before that?
Yeah, so I had a logistics company. Yeah, so I ran trucks around America. That's a tough industry to be in.
Yeah.
Just because.
Do you know my homie Jaden?
Jaden, what's his last name?
Thomas. He run a logistics company.
Yeah, bro. Hey, that business is not for the weak. You know what I'm saying? So that was my most recent one. But just because it keep you up all night, like you get a call from one of your drivers, I drove off the road. You know what I'm saying? Every car, and it's just like, oh man, I was just calling to let you know I made it. Man, come on, dog, shoot me a text, man. It's 3:00 in the morning. But prior to that, you know, I did like random stuff. I think I did some drop shipping stuff. Which I feel like everybody that starts business, that's the first thing they want to do. But the very first business I had was oh God, what was the Pangea Cart? It was like a online furniture business, high ticket drop shipping. So, and that kind of got me in the game, really.
Okay, cool. Did you take any like courses or anything to learn that, or you kind of just did it yourself?
No, so that was like, again, going back to even Prime, that was like a big reason because it was super hard to like find like information that was relevant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but no, I didn't take any courses. I just finished a program at Purdue for international business now. But I feel like I learned more just being in the game than anything, you know what I mean?
For sure.
So, yeah.
Man, yeah, it would be, because it is hard to find, like, there's so many courses about everything, but you don't know, like, does this guy really know what he's talking about, or is he just trying to get paid for the course? So, you know what school is?
Yep, Alex Ramosi.
Yeah, so have you guys at Prime Connects thought about making like a free school account where it's like you could have different sections? Like, let's say this is just an idea, but I'm a restaurant owner, so I've got like a 10 video course on like franchises or something like that, and then you've got like, you know, different stuff like that. Have you guys thought about doing something free since you're a nonprofit, and then that's like a good way? Well, these people actually know what they're talking about. They're not just trying to make a bag off us.
Yeah, so we are launching a digital program. I got to talk to my CMO/CTO about what platform we're using. But does school offer free for nonprofits?
Well, I'm pretty sure, I feel like you can make a school for like real cheap. So you guys would have like, I think a monthly, like real cheap monthly, but then people can join for free.
Got you.
So,
yeah, no, that makes sense. That's something that is in the pipeline, like currently. So we're making out the courses right now.
Dude, that's fire.
But yeah, I mean, maybe school is that platform, bro.
Because that's something that would be huge. Just me, I learned, and I feel like all of us, Dino, yourself, like I feel like we've all learned from just like you said, being in the game. Like
hard knocks, bro.
Yeah. Like I fucked this up, and I'm not gonna fuck it up again.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would have loved to be able to have, dude. When I bought my first restaurant, I didn't even know how to pay rent. Like I didn't even know how to pay a bill, bro. Because
you own two. And you 21?
I've owned 4. So like my first one was 17 for a little bit, then 18, then 19, then 21. But yeah, bro, I didn't even know how to pay a bill. So like it would have been great to have a platform where I can like learn from someone and not just try to figure it out. But
I feel like that's the hardest part. And like I was just talking to somebody about this earlier. Like a lot of people, you know that term, like, you know, if it's your passion, don't make it a business. You know what I'm saying? I necessarily don't agree with that because, like, but I see why people say it. You know, people say, okay, cool, I'm like really good at making like, I don't know, something random like leather belts or some belts. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh yeah, like I want to start a business because it's my passion. But then like they start the business and they're like, all right, cool, I made a couple belts. But they don't ever think about like the procurement side. They don't think about like how do I like research good leather? How do I market? How do I make sure my books are well kept? How do I even manage people when it comes to like scaling this business? But if you want to start a business that's your passion, I feel like as long as you're cool with accepting that passion is going to now come with all those other things, then do it. You know.
Yeah. No, for sure. Dude, a big thing is taxes, bro. Like, I think it's so important to teach the younger generation about taxes. Like, you're going to make, like, cool, go start a business, and you're going to have a good first year, and then you're going to get hit with some big taxes and lose a big chunk of it.
Listen, that's another piece of next things that we teach, too, is, like, taxes. I hate taxes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
I absolutely hate taxes. I mean, it's a necessity to run a business, to stay in business. You gotta pay them taxes, but I hate taxes, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like, literally. But yeah, nobody even teaches you how to do that or like what percent to put aside. How to make sure you don't accidentally mix up that tax money with revenue. It was crazy.
Yeah, and a good accountant's expensive too. So
1,000%.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to go to school for.
Really?
Accounting. Yeah. I was living a different life. I thought I was going to go, just school, corporate.
Yeah.
But I love numbers. Like, that's what I love to do. Mm-hmm. And then I just got this itch. I was like, I hate this. Like, I don't want to do this. I want to do something else. And like everything I tried, like I just hated it. So it forced me into this. I feel like. So do you feel like it kind of was that for you, or you knew what you wanted to do and kind of jumped into it?
Like in the sense of like business?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, so like I always had this thing like where I don't like feeling like nobody can put their thumb on me. You know what I'm saying? Like so like I mean I feel like I was like that like growing up. I've always wanted to have that capability of like I go do my own thing. You know what I mean? Even though I'm an engineer, I could still like break out and do my own thing and be successful. So like that was like I think that was like the big thing. I got fired in college from the JW Marriott.
Really?
Enough, because it was a blizzard and I didn't show up because I was like, it was a state of emergency. I'm not driving. You know what I'm saying? It's over with.
Very valid
and
reason.
then they were like, oh yeah, well if you don't come, like you fired. And I'm like,
Wow.
Well, I guess I ain't got no job. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, dang, now what am I gonna do? You know, and I was like, ain't nobody ever gonna be able to. When I get myself together and like figure out kind of what I want to do, and I'm willing to play it a long game in everything that I do too. Like when I get myself together, ain't nobody gonna be able to do that to me again. You know what I mean? To where they just good luck. You know what I mean? Like, nah, never again.
I'd rather be forced to drive in the snow because my own business and have someone tell me you gotta drive in the snow.
Yeah,
you know
1000%. Like, so that was like a big thing for me. It was like even though I'm an engineer still, I love my job, like my day job, but like y'all could take this away and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'll still make money, and I enjoy business too. It's like a little. You never know I'm sure you know. Like, you never know what's gonna happen today.
Yeah.
You know?
Good thing or bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
For sure, bro. Where'd you go to college at?
I went to IUPUI and I went to Purdue.
Okay. What was your major?
Engineering, mechanical,
Duh. Yeah. Duh.
Yeah. And then for Purdue, I did Purdue Global Online, and that was in international business.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so.
Cool. Did you learn a lot when you did international business, or?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that opened my eyes up. Like in a sense of corporately, I learned a lot because a lot of it is like fluff as well. Like you got to do business law. I'm not gonna become a business lawyer. You got to understand it. Obviously you got your accounting, but like a lot of like the stuff I learned really in international business was like how to take your business from like America and like go over the water with it, right? That was like majority of the information. To sum it up real quick, just being able to identify, because I did a concentration in marketing as well.
Okay.
Being able to identify like, okay, if I want to start a McDonald's in like a country where they don't eat beef, or they think it's wrong to eat pork, or eat cows. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you gotta be able to identify that and know the culture, and that was a lot of it. How do you get those people to adopt onto your business?
I got you. Yeah, cool. So. What would you recommend for me and Dino? Dino, how much school did he finish?
A semester.
All right, yeah. So me and Dino, we're in the same boat.
Yeah.
I didn't go to school at all, and he didn't go to school at all. Would you recommend, like, obviously we both learned a lot, like, through trial and error, but would you recommend, like, do you think it's worth it if we were to take, like, an online course, whether it's, like, marketing, business, accounting, just to get a better understanding? Do you think it would help us, or?
Oh, man, that's a good question. Man, it really just kind of depends on the person. Like, to me, and I'm not like one of those people like shoot down anybody that went to college or anything, because I went twice. And I feel like I just learned more just like doing it. And like, school has a curriculum. Like, you're not learning anything that's like pushing the envelope. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to learn more by going out there doing it and be like, okay, this worked better for me. And like, you could sit and read 1,000 books, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't execute on it, you really didn't learn shit. You just learned some words, you know what I'm saying, some concepts, but you really didn't, in my opinion, you really didn't physically like learn it. You know what I mean? So like, even with my program, that's why I stress a lot, like, we got to put these kids, like, the concepts in these kids' hands. Because like, you can only learn so much sitting through PowerPoints and like reading books and like doing discussions online. Like, you can only learn so much, but when you actually exercise that, because how long you retain that information even? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like you really, well, a couple of weeks after the test, you good. You know what I'm saying? But like when you exercising that, when you exercising that muscle, you know, actually doing it, I feel like that's more than what a freaking $100,000 degree gonna get you.
Yeah.
And normally you 2 to 4 years ahead of whoever went to college. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You got the
Yeah.
experience, and you're gonna get paid more anyway.
Nah, for
You know
sure.
what I mean?
I got you.
So, did they answer your question, bro?
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. I think a big thing is learning from mentors, bro. Just people that have done it.
1000%.
Do you have like anyone like that's made a huge impact on your life?
Yeah, for sure. So my uncle Dan, he's been a huge influence. Like just kind of teaching me on how to be. He played a huge father figure role for me, but also teaching me like the capabilities of like execution, staying focused on certain things. So yeah, my Uncle Dan. I got some I wouldn't say mentors, but people that look out for me now in the community that I call on all the time too. So I feel like it's important. Yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So would that be more like family and friends then when you're hitting on that side, or?
I mean now I don't like because I'm doing something that like nobody really in my family is doing. Mm-hmm. It's easier for me to contact somebody that I met at a networking event or something like that. You know what I mean? Rather than it be like my family and friends because they really don't know. You know what I'm saying?
That's
For
funny.
sure.
Yeah. That's funny that you said that because I have like I don't know, mentor, big homie, however you want to put it. One of my guys, he's working on this documentary, but he actually knows. So my little brother, his best friend, his dad. So he knows his dad.
Yeah.
And they shot a documentary together. And when I saw the first couple clips, I'm like, how y'all know each other? But it's crazy how like the stars aligned and like he's played like a mentor role and like he's kind of showed me things. Mm-hmm. And now he got to make this documentary with family. Yeah. So I think mentoring is like it's just beautiful to see how like the world go round. Yeah, for and sure. Then you just learn a lot of stuff and then you just apply it yourself. Yeah. And now you do get steps ahead. You do get 3-4 years on other people. Exactly. So I feel like that's
mentorship,
beautiful.
I feel like it's just for you to like skip the failures. You know what I'm saying? Obviously you're gonna run into your own because you're gonna go down your own path, but like it's like, bro, just don't do this because I did this and it didn't work. So let me save you the time and the effort and the resources. Like go this way, trust me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. By the way, I've kind of experienced. I got a few mentors that are in my specific industry, and it's like I'll run into the problem, but then they're there, and I'll call them, and they'll tell me like, "Oh, well, this has happened to me 100 times. This is how I got around it." Yep. And man, sure. Being able to have that phone call and talking like whenever, bro.
1000%. And I feel like everybody should try to find somebody to I mean, not everybody a good mentor, but like if you know that you got something and like you doing something and you proactive with it, like find somebody else to like help, especially in Indy. Like that's what we trying to do anyway. Like find somebody else that you could like help and be like, bro, hey, look, call me when you need me. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you see something in that person. Like I feel like everybody should do that.
And that goes with what we were saying earlier. You have to go outside. You have to go to these networking events. Exactly. Or they aren't even necessarily networking events, but you know the crowd that's going to be there.
1000%.
So you got to throw yourself in the fire, really, and get to know people.
Bro, those events, like not even just mine, but like those networking events that I've gone to like outside of my own, like those events have not only like opened doors, bro, they have kicked open walls, kicked down walls for me. And I'm like, I would have never thought, like, even sitting in a room, you know, talking to the governor about policies, like, I would have never thought that I would be sitting in there. Or, like, you know, having the Secretary of State speak at one of my events. Or, like, you know what I mean?
Or, like just being on the How You What podcast.
Yeah, or, like, being on the How You What podcast, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, literally, you never know what, like, when you go somewhere and you, like, being intentional and the people there are all being intentional, like what's gonna happen that next day, because they very well could have seen something in you. Yo, like meet me for coffee, I got an idea for you. Like that's literally like a lot of the doors that have been open for me. It's literally just been somebody being like, yo, enjoy talking to you, I got something for you, by the way, if you can meet me up for coffee.
Facts.
Like,
for sure.
It's been crazy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, can we touch on the military a little bit?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like we're kind of bouncing everywhere in no specific order, but I think we both got a lot of.
I feel like that's how most of our conversations go anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like off camera, dog. I feel like we just talk about a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
Really everything, you really got peak game.
No, for sure. For sure. How? So you were you told us off camera you were in the military for 12 years?
Yeah, I'm still in.
Okay,
Yeah, I get out in March. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. What? Army?
Yeah.
National Guard?
Army National Guard. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. How? When did you join? And I mean, kind of tell us about that whole experience.
Yeah, that's crazy. I joined in 2014, like a long time ago. That's crazy. And bro, I'm not even gonna lie. This was maybe like 4 months after I got fired from the JW. I think at that point I was just kind of like trying to figure out what I was gonna do. And again, I didn't like feeling like somebody had their thumb on me. It could just be like, "Oh yeah, you done." Military, you can't do that. You got to finish your contract.
Yeah.
But I was actually going to the mall in Greenwood and seen a recruiting office and just was like, "Oh, this should be interesting." Before that, bro, before I was making that turn to see the recruiting office, I would have never thought about joining the military until like I walked in there, or I turned in. Got out. I was like, man, like this is about to be crazy. And a dude that I went to high school with was in there. He was like, "What you doing in here?" And I was like, "I guess looking for some information." And the rest was history. I went and took the test, and he was like, "Bro, you can get whatever job you want." And I was like, "All right, cool, let's do it, bro. Y'all paying for my school? All right, cool, let's go."
Dude,
That's crazy. That's crazy you said that. Because I went to Greenwood High School.
Yeah.
They were at my school every day. I don't know what that means.
But they were trying to get y'all in there.
But they were there every day.
Yeah.
And then there were, those kids that were on the pull-up bar.
doing pull-ups.
Not doing pull-ups, gang. Yeah. They were on the bar, though.
I was definitely like one of those kids like, I'm not getting up there. I'm not joining like in high school. But like, I'm going to tell you, bro, the military is a freaking cheat code. Like, I'm not going to lie. It's if you want to like get wealth, and like, this is a cheat code.
Okay,
bro.
what's a cutoff to start? Because I feel like if I just see things going that, I just join the military. So what's the cutoff?
You got until you're 35.
I'm cool.
You got plenty of time to think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. So.
Damn. I'd looked into it in high school, but then the whole Greeks thing happened, and I was like, I'm gonna go for that. But I wanted to be a Marshak Marine, though. That's what I was looking into.
Yeah.
Man, my life would be completely different, bro.
It's crazy.
I mean, what's the biggest thing you learned in the military? Just like discipline? It's got to be huge.
Yeah, discipline, camaraderie is a big one. I think the lessons that I've learned are like endless in the military, because like I also came from, my stepdad was he was in the Army as well, and yeah, like it's, I don't know, like yeah, I think the biggest thing would be like just discipline. Yeah.
That's fire. And then you probably get a ton of great benefits too, like paid for your school, like stuff
bonuses,
like that.
Healthcare taken care of. I got my pilot license paid for by the military, so I got my PPL as well, so private pilot license, they paid for it. I just did that on a side quest. I'm not
What the hell?
Yeah, I did.
So you were just out doing shit.
Yeah, I literally did that. Just
that sounds so fun.
It's a crazy story. So if my homie Mia sees this, she'll remember this. So it was me, my homie Mia, and like a bunch of other of her friends, and I was just telling them everything I was doing. It was like, "Hi, what don't you do?" And I was like, "I never flown a plane." And they were like, "Ha, never do that." I was like, "Never do that."
Crazy.
Yeah, all right. I pull out my phone right now. Let me see. Yep. Okay. Cool. The military will pay for it. Okay. Bet. Let's say no more. We about to go do that.
Nice, bro. That's lit.
Yeah. But yeah. So I was a chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear specialist.
Hold on.
When I first joined.
Run that back. Break that down for us. What's that?
Sure.
What's that look like?
So it's like responding to weapons of mass destruction, mass casualty, stuff like that. So when COVID happened, you know how everybody was like, "Oh yeah, the world stopped." You know what I mean? It wasn't like that for me. I was at work. I was automations tech at the place I was working at the time, and I remember COVID started popping off. And you start getting those messages. Hey, like, be aware, we may or may not, get activated. Your whole life kind of stops once you do that. You're like, all right, cool. Well, may or may not. Next day, they're like, hey, within the next week, we might be going. Right? Like, all right, cool. I think like 12 hours later, they were like, hey, the next 48 hours, we may get activated. So it's like literally the window is like doing no down. And I'm still at work. So the next morning we go in, they like, we don't know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm there for like maybe 3 hours. And they were like, hey, tomorrow we got to all report. Like, and that's when I was like, oh, this is serious. You know what I mean? So a little bit after that, that's when everything started shutting down. Everything. And they put us in a hotel, and we were waking up every morning. We were doing, food banks. We were doing like test sites, pop-ups. We were doing like prison missions and morgue missions and everything. It was crazy. And I didn't see like the world like completely come to a stop. I was just seeing like I'm working in the military now. You know? So, yeah.
So how did that affect the job that you were working at? Do they?
Yeah. So they have to, legally, they have to like keep my position. They can't fire me because I went on military orders. It's like a GI or something that they signed like during Afghanistan invasion or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it's called right now, but they have to keep your job, and you just go and then you come back like nothing happened. And if you're up for promotion, then you still have to be up for promotion when you return and all that. So it can't change the status of your employment at all.
Yeah,
no way. Yeah, so.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Hell yeah.
I want to ask a question
Go ahead.
because of a YouTube video I saw.
Nah, you good.
So there was a plane flying some of our nukes. It was our plane, our nukes, right? They were flying over North Carolina. One of them fell.
Really?
What is procedure? Well, obviously it didn't detonate because like we're still here. Yeah. But it was like one or two switches away from. Hey,
when did this happen?
I don't know. I'll get back to you on that. But what's the procedure of that happening?
Like if the nuke were to go off?
I mean, I guess so.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'll be brief about it because there's actually a lot that's gonna happen. So one, it's gonna be like it's a joint force that happens. So you got, obviously your local law enforcement. You got your what's called a SURF-P, who is the ones that's gonna like fundamentally respond to that and try to do a mass decon. You have a search and extraction team that's gonna go in and start searching and extracting bodies out. But prior to them doing that, they also testing and trying to figure out what the damage is, like what the radius is of the nuke. You can do all those calculations. I can't remember exactly what the website is called, but you can actually like go to a website and type in like a nuke size and put it in any city
I've seen
in
that.
the world. Yeah, and then like it'll tell you like what the casualty count is, like what would be the fallout and all that stuff. So, but we have other technology that we do that with in the military. And then right on the perimeter of what we call the cold or the hot zone, right on the perimeter of the hot zone, it goes to the warm zone where you basically deconning people. So you're taking everybody that's still alive, they're missing limbs and everything. They go through, depending on the agent, you either get washed with soap or you do a charcoal pat down, and you get sent out into the cold zone. So it's a whole thing. The Air Force is involved. Like government agencies, every government agency gets involved. Like I said, local law enforcement, and then the National Guard would also respond. Yeah, so it's crazy.
It was 1961.
Okay, 1961. That's crazy.
But
that is.
That's when they created the protocol.
Yeah, exactly. Look, if this ever happen again.
Yeah. But that actually led me to a question too.
Yeah.
So how do y'all how does like the Army and the Air Force like coordinate whatever, or like the Marines and whatever? And
yeah, so like in the SURF-P specifically, like you go through exercises, you have to do evaluations that the actual Army has to like sign off on, right? And then y'all all go together, y'all pretend that this event has happened, and we build off the whole thing as if it like really happened. They have actors come in and like act like they're casualties, and you have to go through and like practice.
So it's like a live action.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's like real life. Sometimes you go in there and like as you're on the line, like trying to decon somebody, like the actors will start like going crazy, right? And you gotta, okay, what do you do? Like they start trying to fight everybody. What do you do, right? Yeah. So, yeah, it's like we practice as if like it really actually real life happened.
Yeah.
All the way from like like people on the line doing stuff to like the TOC, who like is basically like the control center, everybody, and they all talking to like the medical, everybody's there, and we all practice it in like real time.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Good time.
And I got another question
Yeah, for sure.
about entrepreneurship. So,
Yeah,
away from military,
Yeah,
what
for
would
sure.
you say is, this is a hard question, bro, because it can be so many things. What do you think your hardest part of being an entrepreneur has been over the past 20 years? Or not 20 years, 32, 10 years, whatever.
Yeah, for sure. I know what you mean, bro. The hardest part, man. I mean, it's obviously like lead generation. Are you saying like in that sense, or like in
Just
the sense of,
like,
just
in general, like what have you struggled with?
yeah. So like to me personally, it's always like that silent cheerleader behind you. Like nobody's there cheering you on. Like I'm sure you know them late nights where you trying to crunch numbers, where you trying to come up with a plan, where you trying to respond to stuff, and like it's just you in that room. Early in the morning, late at night, it's like just you, and trying to make sure that you being that like, all this gonna make sense. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's just me clapping for me. Good job, you did it. Even if you know what I'm saying, it took you 6 months to figure it out. Like that's who it is, and like you don't really get applause as an entrepreneur. That's why again, like we believe in like networking, but like you don't get that applause, and I'm like used to that. Like reward, like I play sports and all that. Been in the military, somebody's clapping, cheering you on. You got camaraderie and teammates, but in entrepreneurship, it's like quiet. I'm sure you know. So that's like to me like the toughest, like mentally, the toughest mental thing.
For sure. Or even if, let's say, you get an award and everyone's like cheering for you, congratulating you, and then you get home and it's like
still quiet.
There's no one there, and it's like,
or like that's the only moment where people are cheering. Like before that, they don't know the work that you put in. Like it took me years to get this, and then y'all clap for me for this 5 seconds, and then it's right back to the quiet.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard, bro. It's like
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you want that constant cheering all the time, but it's like that's like the reality of entrepreneurship. It's a lonely game. It's like boxing in my opinion. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Let's get into that, bro. Speaking of,
that's perfect example.
we were talking about boxing before the camera came on. So you boxed for, what'd you say, 2017?
Yeah, 2017. So
okay, gotcha.
Years,
what got you into that?
Honestly, I did some wrestling back when I was like in high school. And like I'm in the military, so like I have to stay in shape, and I wanted to do something that like held me accountable, but at the same time it was something new that I had to learn. I'm also a big like proponent of like do something that's difficult, you know what I'm saying, consistently, and that was like a thing for me where I didn't know. So like I looked up a gym and like was like, all right, cool, let's go side quest, let's go learn how to box.
Hell yeah, bro.
And I think that like you should always be able to like exalt damage onto someone if they, so put you in that situation.
Yeah, for sure. I like that phrasing. You should be able to exalt damage onto someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Not for sure though.
For sure, yeah.
Boxing's hard, bro.
Yeah, it's a full body workout, bro. People like, I don't think people understand like the pure work. Like you box too, So like, it's tough, bro.
Or just like the little, like, bro, I've had like this knuckle right here has just had a nagging pain over like 3 months, and it doesn't hurt unless I'm boxing, bro. And it's like, bro, just all little stuff.
Yeah, for sure. The wrist hurting,
dude. Telling you, but the hardest thing I would say is the cardio, bro. Just like, I'm not gonna lie, you box for an hour, you're cooked, bro.
Yeah, for sure. You in the ring and you sparring. You're like, man, this is 6th round, bro. Like, I'm already tired, and I was tired at the 2nd round.
Yeah,
but you gotta still go because this dude's still coming over here. You know what I mean? So yeah, but the cardio is like crazy. Yeah, for sure.
And people definitely overlook like when you're tired, bro. Like it's so hard to defend yourself. Like when you have no energy, like you can't punch, bro. Like you're like spinning, bro. Like you're trying to slip punches, and it's a hard sport, bro.
Yeah,
super hard, but that's fire though, bro. That's fire. So are you pretty nice, or you've been boxing 10 years?
I think I'm decent, Like I said, I don't compete, but I think I'm the outsparred a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, I'll be a problem.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like we're gonna have a lot of events, a lot of how you would events.
Yeah.
One of them is definitely going to be a charity boxing match.
Bro, I would definitely, Prime would be involved. Yeah, I would come out there. I would definitely box. Yeah, I think that would be dope.
And I think I heard him call you out before you got here, just so you know. Like when
Greek's
I was
Pizzeria versus Prime Connects.
Yeah, bro, let's do it.
How much you weigh?
I weigh 190-ish, 190 like 3 right now.
Shit, we're too far off, I guess.
Where you at?
Man,
Like 175. That's not far.
We could meet at 185.
Yeah. That
you
ain't
know
far.
what's crazy? Jake was talking about 200. Under 200 is victim weight. And every time I step on the scale, it is 199.7.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
And then now Jake is over here at 175.
Yeah.
I felt self-conscious this whole time.
I'm not a victim. I might be victim weight though, but I'm not gonna be a victim
Yeah,
though.
there you go. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not either. But I'm not fighting you.
I'm disconnected what you were saying, victim weight. That is crazy. It's like, yeah, bro, because what'd you say?
200.
Hey, bro, I'm not gonna be no victim. I promise you that, bro. I promise you're gonna have a big problem, bro.
Oh, I'm dead. That's fire.
I love instigating.
Yeah, bro, you're trying to set it, bro. I thought we were having a good combo. You're trying to set us
I
up, bro.
was exactly. I was just setting the tone. I was seeing how y'all was feeling.
I'm not trying to fight you. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Military, 10 years boxing. I'm
I got
good.
the gloves in the car. I keep the gloves on. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's what I'm saying. There's certain people in this world you just like can't fight, but like you don't know who those people are.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 1,000%. That's why. But that's another thing about boxing is like it'll humble you real quick because you'll see that one dude that you're like, oh, piece of cake. You know what I'm saying? And then he just been boxing for 24 years, and you're like, bro, I was not expecting this dude to be this nice. You know what I mean?
For sure. It also opens up another eye though. Like when you see someone new come into the gym and they've never boxed before, it's like, damn, that's the average person. Like I'm whooping them quick.
Yeah,
You know what I
for
mean?
sure. Yeah, for sure. Because I'm gonna tell you, my first day walking into the gym, this was actually crazy.
Hold on, because I feel disrespected. I feel like if I walk in the gym right now, you're not just putting the beats on me.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
No, my dad bucks.
He said, trust me. I had this dude named Coach Ken. I would never forget this coach, bro. Because I really, if you see it, you know, whatever. He was cool, but I didn't like him for this one reason. I walked into the gym, bro. I'm green, bro. I'm brand new. Like, this is my first day in the gym. And he's like, all right, cool. Put your gloves on, blah, blah, blah. He's letting me hit the pads a little bit. And he's like, all right, cool. I'm going to put on my gloves and we just going to, you know, just mess around, see what you got. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like throwing punches. I'm like, yeah, I'm clearly not good at this. As good as I thought that I could fight. And this man just like throws a body shot. Boom. Bro. Bro, couldn't breathe for like I rolled out of the ring. This man is like 45, 50, maybe. And I'm like, this dude just crumbled me. I cannot fight.
Yeah.
I gotta come back tomorrow.
Was he bold?
Yeah,
See, I could never fight no bald man over 45. Bro.
yeah. He was 1,000% bald. Yeah, and he
Beating you, bro.
I don't know if he was like, I don't want this dude to come back or what it was, but bro, I was like, I can't breathe. I'm not eating tonight. It's over with. But then I was like, all right, that showed me I couldn't box because a 45-year-old dude just put me on the ground. So
Yeah.
I'm coming back tomorrow for sure.
Hell yeah, bro.
That was a test, though. That was to see what you would do.
Yeah, for sure.
True that. Dude, my first time ever sparring, I'm like 16 when I started boxing.
Yeah.
And I was a small, like I'm 175 now, it's probably like 140, bro. But like same height. Like I was a small 16. And yes, I got in the ring with my coach after like maybe like a day or two, bro. I get in the ring and we're just light sparring. And I'm used to playing basketball. And you know, like if you get hit in the face with a basketball, your nose starts bleeding.
Yeah.
Like you got to come out the game.
Yeah.
So I'm just in that mindset. Like I'm not realizing I'm in a boxing gym, bro. So
like this is
I
the
get,
purpose.
I get jabbed up in the nose a few times. Nose starts bleeding. That shit hurt too. Nose starts bleeding. I just get out the ring, go to the bathroom. And then I didn't realize until like a few months later, like, damn, I'm a bitch, bro. Like, I'm in here boxing, a little bit of blood, get out the ring, bro. But you live and you learn, though.
Bro, that first day in the gym, in the boxing gym, is the hardest day, for real.
Yeah.
Like, literally, because you don't know nothing and you never know, like, what you about to walk into. But it teaches you a lot, like, to deal with yourself in chaos, like, how to stay composed. Because sometimes you get I'm sure you had it to where you got hit and your eyes was, like, still crossed. You know what I mean? And you still gotta like, oh yeah, I still gotta roll. I still gotta throw punches, defend myself, cover up. And normally people be like, oh my gosh, I can't see.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, I used to struggle like learning how to take a punch, bro. Because I used to put my head down, bro, and just try to. Sure. But it's like, damn, you just gotta take it, bro. Yeah. Like I've sparred some big dudes too. Like even like a few months ago, I was sparring this dude that's probably like, I mean, he's like 40s or 50s. Like he's a little older, but I mean, he's in there like every day. He's probably 240. He's like 6'3". I'm in there, and man, every time he hits me, he's just rocking my shit, bro. Yeah, but you just gotta keep your eyes open, bro, and
throw back, bro. Don't be a victim. That's the
don't be a victim,
throw
bro.
Back until that bell go. I done been knocked down a bunch of times though by people I wasn't even like expecting, like But I remember it was this one dude that was like newer, and he was so unorthodox, like because when you box and you used to people throwing them like same combos, you know what I mean, and somebody throw something that you just like, what are you doing, bro? Dude knocked me down. I was like, oh no, it's over with. I gotta go put this dude down.
Boy, you fight southpaw?
I fight orthodox.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, have you like learned, like, have you tried to like do southpaw a little bit?
Bro, I suck at it, bro. Like I could like slow, but like not in the actual fight. I could not switch stance.
Dude, I've just now been trying to like get into southpaw a little bit, like switching, it's especially so weird, like with my knuckle hurting, bro. It's like you're relearning how to box, bro. It's
1000%. You literally like, it's crazy how like just that one switch will make you feel like you like an absolute rookie.
Yeah, bro. And sure. I just started training with this dude named Marquise. I've been friends with him since high school, and he's never like boxed in the gym before, so he's been coming with me in the mornings, and he is southpaw. So like this morning, bro, we go early, bro, and we're punching on the same bag. He's having us like do different combos at the same time, but I can't be orthodox and him southpaw on the other side of the bag, or we're gonna be hitting each other.
Yep.
So I had to do it southpaw. Bro, it just feels so weird, bro. Like I'm used to, when he says two, I'm used to throwing my right hand, bro, but I'm like, three. Like,
now, yeah, switch the whole game up.
Yeah, bro. But fire, bro.
Yeah, man.
What else you got, Dino?
I'm ready to learn how to box, bro. Like y'all have inspired me,
bro. You gotta go, man. Like it literally. I think it changed people's lives. Honestly, I think boxing, any martial art, I think will do that. You know what I mean?
And that's another thing. Like you mentioned earlier, you model. I want to get into modeling, so I need to like tone up a little bit. Yeah. I feel like boxing will definitely do that for me.
Definitely, yeah. Boxing would drop weight too. I remember I was struggling to like stay up in weight. When I was like really going like every single day, I think I was like at 185, and like going every day, you like earn a constant calorie deficit. You know what I'm saying? Because you burn so many calories within an hour and a half that you're in there, that you gotta like eat to like try to keep your same weight, because otherwise it's gonna be just dropping. It's cool though. Just got the muscle. For
sure, bro. For sure. I just threw up, not today, but last Wednesday, bro. Dude, I threw up like 8 pounds of shit, bro. I got home, I stepped on the scale, I was like, what the fuck, bro? Put me through there, bro.
Yeah. That's the good workouts right there.
Yeah, I guess, bro. Hell yeah, bro. You got anything else, Dino?
Damn, dude, I feel like you just asked me this question.
Well, you just say you try to box, bro. Okay, you not trying to box, bro.
I ain't boxing yet. So give me like a year. If you try me for a year, before a year, we are not boxing, gang. You feel me? Shout out Indiana. But this has been the How You Up podcast, the littest podcast in the world. Zion, appreciate you for pulling up, my guy.
Thank y'all for having me, bro. This was fire. What y'all doing is dope, man. I'm super excited that I'm on here, man. So this is dope.
Appreciate it, dog.
Appreciate you, bro.
That's a privilege to hear that. So,
absolutely.
Yep, love. Make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe, and share, most importantly. But yeah, again, this has been the How You Up podcast, and we will see y'all next week. Peace.